Hi, welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video we will discuss iPhone 13. Before starting this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to join our family. The iPhone 13 launch is on. Apple just set a date for a new product launch, and we're pretty sure a new iPhone will lead the parade of devices Apple is sure to show off. Not that we're in the dark on what to expect. A steady drumbeat of leaks and rumors have given us a pretty complete picture of what the new iPhone will look like when we get to see it in the flesh next week. From everything we've heard so far, the iPhone 13 is set to offer a 120Hz LTPO display on both Pro models, improved battery life and substantial upgrades to the all-important cameras. That includes a new portrait video mode and astrophotography mode. Plus, the iPhone 13 could have satellite communications capability, though that feature may be just for emergencies. iPhone 13 release date, wonder no more when we might see the iPhone 13. Apple just sent out invitations for a September 14th product event. The California streaming event is an online-only launch, and it gets underway at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. There's no official indication that the iPhone 13 will be launched at this September 14th Apple event, but logic dictates that it's going to be the focal point. After all, Apple typically holds its iPhone launches in September, apart from last year's delayed iPhone 12 rollout. As for when the phone might come out, a report from Front Page Tech says that the iPhone 13 release date will be September 24th with pre-orders starting on September 17th. Those dates are in line with the September 14th unveiling. iPhone 13 price. As for how much the iPhone 13 will cost, we'd expect the prices to track with the iPhone 12 range, $699, $799, $999 and $1,099, respectively. Apple tends to keep its pricing for each new generation of iPhone relatively close to the one that preceded it. iPhone 13 name, however, while we won't know for sure what Apple will call its phones until release day, one report claims Apple will be sticking with the iPhone 13 name after all. Citing sources and supply chain checks, the report in the Economic Daily News says the iPhone 13 lineup will mirror that of the iPhone 12 in both naming structure and models. Bloomberg's Gurman also expects Apple to use the iPhone 13 name for its next handsets. iPhone 13 design. A last-minute iPhone 13 Pro leak of a dummy unit appears to confirm one of the biggest design changes, which is a smaller notch on the front of the display. Another set of iPhone 13 dummy units have gotten the hands-on treatment by Apple Insider, and they show some of the biggest possible design changes. This includes moving the speaker towards the top of the device, a new diagonal camera arrangement for the regular iPhone 13 and a larger camera module for the iPhone 13 Pro. The SIM card tray is apparently moving further down as well, and the power buttons could be shifting down a bit too. No Touch ID. A clutch of leaks and rumors had suggested the iPhone 13 might get an under-display take on Touch ID. More recent reports cast a lot of doubt on this rumor, and some say Apple won't bring under-display Touch ID until next year's iPhone 14. Still, at a time when mask wearing is prolific, having a secondary form of biometric security would be very welcome. This might not be the best news, but the iPhone 13 could get an improved version of Face ID that will make it easier for users to unlock their phone when wearing a face mask. It may not be as good as having a secondary biometric scanner, but at least Apple could be reacting to the effects of the coronavirus pandemic on our daily behaviors. iPhone 13 display. With Apple keeping the same display sizes as the iPhone 12, the company could make other changes to the phone screens. A report from ET News says that Apple will adopt a 120Hz refresh rate for the 6.1-inch iPhone 13 Pro and 6.7-inch iPhone 13 Pro Max, with leaker Ice Universe also naming the iPhone 13 Pro Max as having 120Hz. This will allow for smoother scrolling as well as improved gameplay and video playback. iPhone 13 specs, as night follows day, so can we expect a chip upgrade for the iPhone 13 over its predecessor? It's likely this will come in the form of the A15 Bionic. This new system on a chip, SoC, could be a reasonable upgrade on the A14 Bionic. The iPhone 13 could beat all Android phones in terms of graphics performance. On the storage front, we can expect the iPhone 13 to range from 64GB and 512GB, though a Wedbush report has the iPhone 13 slated to get up to 1TB of storage. That would give it the most onboard storage any iPhone has ever had. The iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 mini listed as having 64GB of storage on the base models. The 5nm by 60 modem can integrate directly into a phone chipset, meaning a smaller footprint and lower battery drain. The 5G performance should be better, as the modem can combine mmWave and sub-6 GHz 5G networks simultaneously. iPhone 13 cameras. We've heard plenty about the iPhone 13 cameras, starting with reports that the iPhone 13 Pro and iPhone 13 Pro Max will offer a new 6-element ultra-wide lens. Leaker Max Weinbach has tipped several camera upgrades, saying that all sensors across the board now receive at least 15% more light. He also claims that the ultra-wide camera will let in 40% more light. Weinbach tips an improved night mode as well that can capture stars in a portrait video mode called cinematic video. Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo also claims that the ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 13 Pro series will offer autofocus for the first time. This should result in sharper images. Unfortunately, Kuo says this upgrades won't be coming to the rest of the lineup until the iPhone 14. Larger sensors mean larger pixels for increased light intake, which should produce better quality photos. Unfortunately, it's not clear which iPhone 13s are set to take advantage of these sensors, though the iPhone 12 Pro Max featured a larger sensor when it debuted in the fall. On top of that, Ming-Chi Kuo has predicted the iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max will both include larger apertures on their ultra-wide cameras. Kuo said that both phones will come with an f1.8 aperture, up from the f2.4 on the iPhone 12. Paired with a 6-element lens, that means more light will come in through the camera and improve picture quality. iPhone 13 satellite communications. The iPhone 13 has been tipped to get satellite communication, a first for any iPhone. Made possible by the customized Qualcomm X60 baseband chip. Such a feature would enable iPhone 13 users to make calls or send messages without a 4G or 5G cellular connection. That would be a boon for people who regularly find themselves out of range of a cell tower, say if they're on a tip up in some mountains. This is it for today. See you in the next video.